Tesla phone with built-in Starlink internet will shock the phone industry. A new and real milestone of Tesla, and we are at it again. If it isn't the man with a 100-hour work week, the man who never backs down, and ultimately the biggest threat to Russia right now, Elon Musk. If you as one-man army can destroy the self-confidence of one of the most powerful nations of the world, then you live to be feared. And needless to say, no one can do it better and more fearfully than Elon Musk. I'm happy to say that we can now have built-in Starlink internet on our phones, all thanks to Tesla. Well, for those of you who are high on Elon Musk and want to know how this is possible, stay tuned in the video. Hello everyone, welcome to Tech United, a channel where you can find everything about tech. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the upcoming Tesla phone update that will shock you. But before we head into the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. With that being said, let's begin. So there can only be so much negativity when it comes to beta testing, especially when a company puts their beta out there for people closest to them to start testing. But with this particular beta test, it looks like it's much more unlikable than Tesla, or rather the man behind it, would have thought. As a person of business who is a pro-pleaser to the people you are supposed to be selling your products to, I have to say, my man Musk, you might have jumped the gun on this one. Apparently, close to impossible is the word on the streets. Reportedly, Tesla was even unable to get the technology working even on a moving car. So with the kind of power that can download a 4K video at a rate of 13.5 megabits per second, how can Tesla manage to get the technology on people's phones? Ultimately, being a business-facing entity in its entirety, the company would eventually love to have the technology on all kinds of mobile devices. So that would mean integration of the technology in millions, if not billions, of devices around the world. I know Tesla is absolutely a luxury brand, but moving to the mobile telecommunications scene is a sign that there's a need to accommodate more people in the buyer bracket of the brand, and ultimately increasing buying power. But let's see what people actually think of this novel idea. Let's start with their thoughts on its application of the tech on moving cars. Starting with Elon Musk, the man himself took it to Twitter saying that their Starlink satellite is too big for specifically their Tesla cars. Oh my god, can you feel it now? I do. Responding to Musk, everything astronaut asked, will users always be locked into one location, or in the future, if a user has the standard Dishy McFlat face, not a new portable one, could you say put it on an RV or tiny home? Or maybe take one you have in Iowa and put it in a studio in Texas? Just so you know, this was last year in the month of August, and reportedly Musk was planning to have it done by the end of the year, based on his response to Everything Astronaut. Yeah, it should be fully mobile later this year, so you can move it anywhere or use it on an RV or truck in motion. We need a few more satellite launches to achieve complete coverage and some key software upgrades. Based on this, you can see Musk's high hopes in the perfect launch of the Starlink satellite. But actually, from here the conversation got heated, and actually some of the Tesla fans were skeptic, pointing out that a few launches that would act as tests of the technology on cars would be a little neglectful, if not arrogant, because the right thing to do would be having a highly automated script that would test the connection of the satellite in after every 5 minutes every day to keep up with the consistency of its speed rates. So if Tesla wasn't actually able to integrate the technology on a Tesla car, how would it work on a phone? I mean, it seems crazy if you ask me. The question we should be asking ourselves is, can we actually hold on to the fact that this could become our reality? Let's first talk about the insane features that will come with the built-in Starlink technology. Tesla phone features with the built-in Starlink satellite internet. More and more each day, Tesla is debunking the ongoing rumor that a phone with such kind of technology is a myth. The company is doing this by creating solutions for the modern tech industry today. One of these features is the ability to mine crypto only by using the Tesla Pi, Tesla's first smartphone, which means crypto lovers can easily access virtual cash just by the access of the novel Tesla phone. As that sinks in, imagine the enormous advantage that such a phone would have over mobile devices, especially taking into consideration the iPhone 13 Pro. Even though the phone is built almost exactly like an iPhone, due to its quad camera entitled Edges, its features cannot be surpassed by any other phone out there in the market, just because of the built-in Starlink Wi-Fi. Now that you have that sunk in, let's talk a little bit more about crypto, because to mine it, you need a whole lot of hardware and software. But now Tesla tells us we can do it on our phones? Wouldn't that be incredible? I mean, let's take a good look at this. To mine crypto, the hottest in the market, you need a very good GPU, not less than $10,000, a computer that has high amounts of computational power and huge electricity bills to back that up, and a mining pool, because when you have just one device, the computational power is not enough. And now Musk tells us we can now do it all on our phones. If that's not insane, I don't know what is. On more of the juicy tidbits, Musk is finally giving us the mobile Wi-Fi speed of the decade. Apparently, the Tesla Pi is supposed to have a download speed level of 210 megabits per second. Based on what we currently have, this should be a massive speed. No question. If you look at the download speed of the iPhone 13 Pro, its download speed is at 164.63 megabits per second. Other than high internet speed and crypto mining, this phone has one other astounding ability. For professionals working in the neurology industry, the Tesla Pi is a big jump from their current technology because it will ease patient self-awareness and more accessibility to Neuralink technology for doctors. The user will actually be able to examine patients with brain injuries, which will ease the procedures, hasten decisions, and even break the boundaries of doctor-patient interactions, plus the costs of the treatment. For this phone, the boundaries are limitless in terms of functionality from the perspective of the consumer and that of a business. As it is boosted by its incredible functionalities, more than that, the phone's features have surpassed Apple's mobile technology by far, as the best of the best currently in the market. But now that we are in beta testing of the Tesla Model Pi, how possible is it to have its technology with all its functions in place incorporated on a global level? Let's see what kind of threats are keeping us from achieving this. At this moment, I feel like I am in a cult, because I want to follow a man whose ideas are next to impossible on a global level. But a little voice keeps telling me he has done it before. I mean, could you expect anything else from a man who brought the first electric car to life? Successfully, the first, and is taking people to Mars? In spite of the points I will explain from now on, let's have a little hope in him, shall we? First, the number one threat to Musk's mission with the Tesla Pi is security. Word has it that the users that have access to Starlink are at a greater risk of being hacked. This vulnerability will have hackers intercepting Starlink's users without any hassle. Secondly, setting up this kind of network across the globe is highly expensive. The company will have to make sure that enough infrastructure is installed, such as antennas, which will have to face sky up and not any trees or buildings. Other than that, the technology is quite promising because consumers love it, and thus a high return on investment. Furthermore, the company will be able to manage the broadband service by itself, which means that it's less complicated. Additionally, the provision and durability of the technology on which the Tesla Pi is based is unquestionable because the Starlink satellite, SpaceX's broadband service, is connected to thousands of other satellites in space. So, what do you think, guys? Is this actually possible? Will we soon have a phone that we can actually use to mine crypto? Tell us in the comments. And that's all for today. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace.